Hello. First of all, I apologize for the delay in my response. Just I didn't manage any time to do this. So yes. Javier posted a question this week. What is life? And I thought about it for a while. Didn't do much research into it, so I'll just ramble through my thoughts. Hope it takes me somewhere. So yes, definitions, which is always the problem with us. Life. I don't want to mix these two concepts. It's inevitable. Whenever I think about life, I always think about a purpose to life. And I don't think necessarily when we ask what is life, we need to actually address what is the purpose of life. But I will go through that as well. The purpose of life is linked to time. So we have like a set of time, a certain amount of time, and our life runs with that time. And we have to sort of manage to do the best we can, or whatever we feel like doing with that time, and I think that is the purpose. There is no ultimate goal, there is no thing you have to do with your life. There's no sentence afterwards, so it's just we human beings convey a deeper purpose, a deeper meaning, because we are more aware of what life is, what experience is, what emotion is. Animals don't have the same purpose, so we all sort of fulfill our purpose according to how developed we are. So it's all sort of biological for me. Yes. Now, what is life in general? I can see this in two separate ways, just to simplify it. And the first one is according to a biological and mechanical, physical way. So anything that has movement, has fluid, has a sort of structure and mechanism behind it, has life. Anything that reproduces itself, that divides, that does all this kind of thing that we already know, that animals and plants and human beings and everything like that does. So that is one form of life. Another form of life is something that is inert, so something that can't move, can't do anything physically apparent to have life, that has a deeper emotional feeling toward it. So anything we really thoroughly enjoy, like a book, a piece of music, a piece of art, some food, anything that experiences something very strongly. So for instance, if I read a book, and let me put this even easier. When I read a book, I just feel the book is alive because it gives so much to me, so much. Basically it's alive because it makes me become alive, and I think that is another form of life. Obviously much more emotional and much more deeper. Probably not life, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, there is one thing I wanted to discuss, which was virtual reality, because I am aware that I don't know exactly what they're called, but something to do with physics or I don't know what the area is called. I have it here. Yeah. And what they are trying to do is create this virtual reality where human beings basically create a model of themselves and insert them into this virtual reality, which is based on a computer, and sort of live their life there. So they are stuck in a room and they just work in this virtual reality. I am not too fond of this idea, but I just want to pick this idea because I want to understand if being in that virtual reality would still be life. So would we have life in that virtual reality? And so this brings me to the idea that probably life is related to reality. So I have life and I'm a living being in this reality that I'm inserted in. So I perform all the things I do according to this reality. So I have life in here. And in that world I would live, because according to that reality, that is what life is. So we sort of pick up the definition of life according to where we are and how important it is to the place where we are. That made any sense. Another thing I wanted to talk about was consciousness. Now, I could relate that anything that is living has an awareness of being, of consciousness. Anything that has life is a conscious being. Now, is a book conscious? No, obviously not. So it restricts mainly to all the biological life. But now, can we say that a sunflower has consciousness? And is that the explanation for it having life? I think this is very, well, I'm speaking from a neuroscience background. We have no idea what consciousness is about, where it's located up here, but once we find out in like a century, I think it will be much easier to understand what life is for the smaller life, like plants and things like that. So yes, consciousness is like crucial to defining what life is, if we want to grab a biological perspective. It wasn't very coherent. I didn't even see the other people, like the other guys. But you guys said I can't see videos. I just, but I'll watch them tomorrow morning when I post this, I promise. So yes, I'm very sorry for this non-productive video. I can't speak, so no, I can't think of anything else. I'll probably write something in the comments or somewhere to make this much more clear. Okay, take care, bye.